What's good with it, y'all? What's up with it? Oh man, we got a small slate, um, which is better. That's when I feel like we find our best spots because we can actually talk about. You know what I'm saying? We can chop it. It's only like fuck guessing. Um, it's only what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only 8 games, so it's a lot of money to be made. You can pick your spots, man. Blessings to everybody, man. Happy Thursday. Um, Appreciate all the continued support. Appreciate the new followers, the new subs. Appreciate y'all, man. I love seeing y'all make money. I don't get no plays. All I do is point people in the right direction. So the fact that y'all be listening and we figuring this shit out together. Appreciate y'all. So I got CJ, Jeff McNeil, Flores, Carla. Chat moving fast as shit. I'm trying to keep up. Pacers and six. Pacers and six. Um, if you're new to the channel, ads do run. If you don't want to see ads, sub up. If you got Amazon Prime, Amazon owns Twitch, so if you link your account to Twitch, you get one free subscription every month to use, so you can avoid those ads and shit, so you don't miss nothing important. So look, I'm super excited about today because it's a small slate. If you've been around me long enough, you know in any sport, the smaller the slate, the better. I can actually lock in. I'm not overwhelmed, but we can actually go over a couple things on here that I don't usually go over because I'm trying to get a lot of information in a little bit of time, right? So I always start on this screen. For y'all who don't know, I'm on. I forget. Got to put it in the chat every time. Propfinder. Before somebody asks, because I know somebody gonna ask, which is fine. That's the website I'm on, propfinder.app. And we got a lot of stuff we're gonna go over. Some stuff y'all don't see yet, but that's the blessing of being in the stream. New features that's coming this week that I know a lot of y'all gonna love. Because a lot of y'all, I know how y'all approach the slates. So y'all gonna really like this. But I always start here on most home runs versus pitcher. Somebody asked me how did I get here in my DMs. If you go up top to MLB and hit here, you got a couple different things. And we're gonna go over each one of these today since we got a smaller slate. So I always start here for the ones who like matchups. So this right here, in order, top to bottom, who got the most homers against the pitcher they facing today. There go the man himself, y'all. Prop Finder is in the building. Y'all make sure y'all show them some love. Code Cuzzo if y'all decide to use this. I know a lot of y'all have because I get a message every time a referral go through. So I'm glad it's working for y'all. So this tell you in order who got the most homers today versus the pitcher. Not only do it tell you the amount of homers they got against them, it tell you an amount of at-bats they've had. But for the people who like the line shot but don't know where to find it, they done it for you. It's going to tell you exactly which book has that player's home run at the best odds today. So you ain't got to go look around and figure out, I wonder, you know where the value at out the gate. This is crazy. Justin Turner plus 1,000. We went through this a couple days ago, y'all, if you've been here, with India. We just went through this with India. He not doing well now, so they priced him like that, which makes sense. But he had multiple home runs against dude. Is that a sign, y'all? Probably got what's up with it? You can also select your bookie. Oh yeah, yep, you can do that. I'm not showing no information in here, am I? I don't think so. So yeah, if you go to settings, y'all, you can choose which books you use. If you don't use them, don't check them. So it'll know not to add that. So you can choose the books, all the books you use. If you use like Bally's, say a Hard Rock or ESPN Bet, and you do that, it'll actually, if those got better odds, because it's gonna give you the best odds of the books you use. Put it like that. So it will update it. So shout out to Prop in the chat. Hold on. Oh, don't not yet. Where was we at? Hold on. So you look now, Bally's done jumped on the board. So that's good to know. Some ESPN bets then came on here. So whatever books you use, cool. Right? Extra base hits versus the pitchers today. Extra base hit is anything that's a double or higher. No singles, no walks, no hit by pitches, double, triple homer. So this is telling you an amount of at-bats, what they've done specifically, how many extra base hits they got. Your pitcher summaries for the day by hand as well. I tell you all the time, I like to go to each hand and I go to home run per 9. So I'm trying to see who give up on average the most homers. Seth Lugo is giving up 2 homers roughly a game in a 9-inning game to left-hand batters. That's good to know places to target by looking at these. I always try to aim for like a 2 or higher, so 1.96. These 3, if everything else add up, I'm trying to target pitchers that get rocked. It's just that simple. Turner 1 home run away from a 200 milestone, so now he even got another motive. What's up, y'all? What's up, Petty? If you got a second, what's up with it? What's up, Six? I finally got on Twitch. Appreciate you, man. All right, might as well. Shout out to the 200 in the chat. So yeah, so that's versus lefties versus righties. You can see the same thing. Antonio, he's giving up 2 homers a game roughly, on average to right-hand batters. That's good to know. So it's good to know these things. Like, so you got options here, right? You can see the longest hit streaks, how many games, where the best odds at for a hit, what their batting average is this season versus that hand pitcher. And if they got history like this second person, it'll also do that. So I always tell people, like Pete Alonso, 8-game hit streak, you batting good versus righties, and you batting good against the pitcher today. Like, it's just a given. Like, that's a good spot for a hit. Time to rob the robbers. We'll do the whole percentage. Can somebody tell him what the whole percentage mean? You ever do double A's, trying to figure out which research tools to use for that? I have done doubles, and it's not really a different research. I research doubles like I'm researching home runs, or like players. What I'm doing is I'm looking at the players that you would take for a homer, right? But they're not necessarily in a home run park. They in a park that's like got a bigger outfield. So Red Sox, Chiefs, Royals, like stadiums that's hard to hit homers in. If I think you got the power to hit a homer, that just tell me you more likely gonna just hit the fence or at least go to the fence where doubles come into play. So I still research it the same. I just approach it different by what stadium they in. If they're in a home run friendly stadium, but if they in a stadium that's not, that you can see which stadiums are higher in doubles and triples than homers. This is the cheat sheet. So I'm in cheat sheets now. Was going through all the different tabs. These is all cheat sheets. Now, y'all don't see this, but this is a big thing that I'm excited for, and I know a lot of people who gamble based on this, that y'all will see in upcoming days. It's a new tab y'all gonna see called batting order matchups. So, let me explain what this is. For the people who like to target pitchers' weaknesses in a lineup, literally, this is it. This is it. When the ski mask come back out, when we hit a plus 10,000, this is it. So I'm explaining to y'all what you looking at. You looking at both pitchers out of every game, right? So I'm gonna tell you what they targeting. Patrick Corbin, they're highlighting in green any batting spot that pitcher give up a 200 ISO 2 or higher. Instantly, they're gonna automatically highlight it for you to let you know that they get rocked at that specific batting order. So they're gonna automatically highlight in green any spot in the lineup that pitcher give up a 200 ISO or higher. If you don't know what ISO is, that's short for isolated power. That is measured by the slugging percentage minus the batting average. That is strictly extra base hits. The only things that go into ISO statistic is double, triple, homer. So it kind of gives you a sense of a person who has power to get extra base hits more often. Double, triple homers more often than not. So they're identifying which spots they get hit the hardest to. So it's telling you Patrick Corbin to the first batter, the second batter, the third batter, the fifth batter, the sixth batter, right? They're telling you, and you can see all the stats that they give up to that specific batting order. Now, when you look down here, when it's pregame, before the lineups are confirmed, it's going to automatically pay attention to how Buxton and Warner both say first. The split is for the spot in the lineup that they have the most at bats at. Pre-lineups confirmed. So they're telling you that Buxton has most of his bats this season at first for Warner, whatever, right? Once it's confirmed, it'll automatically adjust where they're going to be at that day. But you don't have to wait for the lineup to confirm. Buxton, perfect example. I just seen it. The lineup dropped for the Mets. So I'm gonna show y'all how this is gonna work. So let me see if they updated it for this Mets. Hold on, Lindor. Oh, they updated it already. This wasn't updated earlier. It wasn't updated. It was still out of order. But let's say Buxton is batting third today, right? You can hit this drop down, go to batting third. Now it's going to adjust the stats to all of Buxton, what he's done this season when he in the third spot. So it's matching the green spots up top so you can see when they're in that spot if they're doing extra things. Now, this is great to do for multiple things. But the reason I'm personally excited for this, we just talked about this last stream. This is a way easier way to target RBI ladders. Way easier way. So for y'all who was asking me about how I be targeting RBI ladders, fuck everything I said. This is way easier. Because look, just because they making them green for ISO, right? Where they get hit the hardest at. And most likely that's going to translate to where they didn't get the most homers at. What you think I'm look personally? If you know me, you know what I'm looking at. I'm not even looking at this, what's green or not. I'm looking at specifically how many RBIs he give up to every spot. That's how I'm about to start targeting my RBI ladders. I'm going to be looking right here at where do you give up the most RBIs at in your lineup. This is the perfect way, but this is good to know. And the Mets lineup is confirmed. This is in order. Like I said, I was on here earlier looking at it before I started the stream to make sure I had my facts and shit straight. This wasn't in order. It wasn't in order. It had it from where they was batting at yesterday. Who's in front of them? Yeah. So now this is in order. So this is what I was saying, the difference between here, where they don't know yet, unless the lineup dropped. But here, now, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, you see these are all scattered. This is in order. So you can see that Soroka has a weakness to the fourth, fifth, and seventh batter. This 529 is crazy at fourth, and I already know that's Pete. That's crazy. So you come down here and you get to looking at the fourth. Okay, so the fourth. Let's see. Was your ISO over 200? Yep, with 8 homers, 26 RBIs at the fourth spot, and 75 at bats with a 320 batting average. You see where I'm going with that? That is insane. So who's in your best spot for Mets? That's what I'm looking at right now. Look at identify the green spots up top. Where in the lineup is the pitcher's weakness? 4, 5, 7th. Look at what's green. 4, 5, 7. So now that this lineup is confirmed, they put them in order. So look at the 4, the 5, and the 7. Alonso, McNeil, Beatty. Now, of course, that's where this is just good to identify, but this is where we always be at. Everybody know what this is. Twins, Rangers. Not the best weather. 50% chance of rain. Winds coming in. So I'm already looking at this game like anything I notice, I'm already thinking hit, run, RBI, total bases, hits. If it makes sense, like, yeah, but I'm not really identifying, looking for home runs in this game with winds damn near 10 miles an hour coming in. Like, I'd rather just play the safer stuff that I can get off the ball staying in the park. You can click on a player from batting order cheat sheet and say, you can click on a player from batting order cheat sheet. Then you can go to saved bets and click on a player you want to further research. This is something else I wanted to show y'all before I forget, y'all, that he brought to my attention after. Remember I asked y'all to put certain players together last stream and tell me what the odds was? You don't got to do that. He explained something to me. So I'm going to this is not a play. This ain't a play. So say I liked it Carlos Correa for a home run today, right? Once I clicked on him and I see this, which is crazy. I just came here on mistake, but 114 is insane. If I liked him, hit this little heart, right? What I didn't know was this is adding this to this little bet slip up here, right? So let's say we liked him, and then let's say we liked it Pete. Let's just say we liked it Pete. Hit the heart on him, right? I didn't know this before last stream. Once I added them two and I hit this heart that saved both, it tell me the odds. If I click on a book like MGM, 2400, 1650, 2800. This crazy. I didn't know that it did that. Just use your code on Propfinder. Let's get it. I didn't know that it did that. I didn't know that it did that. So shout out to Propfinder for, looking at these and he's seeing what I'm saying. I didn't know that, but that's even better now. So whatever you're looking at. But before I go into this, I also want to show y'all this research. This is good for like when you're looking for like regular things. I don't know if any of y'all ever been here, but I'm gonna show y'all how this works. Propfinder has its own algorithm that it's putting in. So it gives each player a rating on its own. You can sort it by the PF rating. You can sort by their last 5 average. You can sort by their streak. You can sort by matchup. Whatever you want to do, right? I'm gonna put it on select. I'm gonna just put it on hits. So let's just say hits, right? You're looking for people for hits. You can sort it by this PF rating, and you can see who they thinking. Now, if you click on this PF rating, it'll tell you why. It was a reason I didn't click on him. Let me go to somebody else where they know the picture. Okay, so let's say Ramos. Ramos had a 88 PF rating to get a hit today. But if you click on the rating, it'll tell you why. So the pitcher fastball batting average versus a right-hand batter is 309. That's what they're giving this, which is this bar filling up. The pitcher slider, 320 batting average. The pitcher cutter, he better with the cutter. It also gonna tell you what Ramos' batting average is against those same 3 pitches that pitcher throwing. It'll give you his last 5 hit rate of getting a hit, his last 10 hit rate. And all of that together is what came up with this 87.6 grade, which they round here 88. But if you click it, that's what gave it this rating. And then if you want to just look at from here, matchup. So he got a 300 batting average versus righties. Whoa. He got a 300 batting average versus righties. I don't know. I wish I could move this, or maybe I can. 25. He got 74% hit rate. I'm not clicking it. 63% in head-to-heads. 80% is 4 of his last 5. You get where I'm going with that? So you can use this total basis. Let's see. You got these in here. They all got ratings again. So you can go to the rating. It'll tell you what stats was put into this rating. And you can look at it over here as well and just see what they've done lately. So that's the research. If you a money line person, projections, they also keep up with the stats, which is good to know. They take accountability and you can keep up with what's profitable and what's not. They'll give you, their model does a projection. Now, the Model 1 projection, it tell you, based on their average performance at home and away. It'll highlight in green who they got winning off of that. Projected 4 runs, projected 3 runs. So they got Minnesota winning off of that. Model 2 is off of the runs using the lineups and pitcher stats of when it's confirmed, which you'll know from this check, right? Based on that probability, it'll give you the projected winner from that model. This one, the third option, it's only going to give you the options. It's only going to give you the ones that won in Model 1 and Model 1 and 2. If it was like it was green in one but red in the other, it won't be on here. This is only going to show you the ones that was green on both models that graded it different. So if y'all when confirmed lineups change and it update, he's saying when the lineups confirmed, which you can see here, especially like Model 2, I'm assuming the most. They go off of the lineups and pitcher stats. Once everything confirmed, it might swap out the probabilities. But if you like a money line person, like money line lays or straights, this is good to know. And like I said, you can see yesterday, 70% hit rate, over 50% last 5, profitable all time. So you do with that as you may. I'm just showing y'all that it's a lot of stuff on here that you can use to your advantage, depending on what you're looking for, right? What's up with it, sexy? Any way to look at the pitcher Ks? Research. That's a good question. Yep. So they got grades as well. And again, even if you don't go off the grade, you can see like his last 10, 6 Ks average, 7 in the last 5. You can see KC ranked second to last in Ks to right-hand pitchers. The covering rate for him, all that. So yeah, you can see it's a lot of categories on here. It usually be on this. So it'll have the best of the best no matter what the stat is. But you can go individually if you want. You can just map out and just say, I only want to see these first 2 1 o'clock games. Whatever you want to do, it's there for you. So he said, don't tell it blindly about the pitcher the way he want to do the algorithm for the rating. So yeah, so more so if it's a pitcher, probably go off of the information on the right side. Is it? I don't do pitch. I don't do strikeout. I mean, I don't really rock with them that much to know. I haven't even seen what they look like, to be completely honest. I don't want to lie to you. So home run matchups. Okay, so let's see. So we got Corbin. Corbin then gave up 10 homers this season. 7 of the 10 to righties, which makes sense. He left-handed. Going against Bailey Ober, who then gave up 9 and 5 and 4. He giving up roughly 1 home run a game to both hands. Same with Patrick Corbin. So somebody was asking, how do you use this? It's literally, they made it so simple with automatically putting the pitches in. Click on the person, and what you paying attention to is this. These last 15 at bats, the exit velocity average and the barrel. So we go in order. So I try to start from the top. So like Larnage, he averaging 80. No, you want bright green. We didn't show you the hit matrix cheat sheet. Oh, I see it right here too. Hit rate. Okay, I'm gonna go there. Okay, I'll at least look. I'm gonna learn why I'm on this motherfucker. I haven't even looked at the slate. Who I like. We look at it together, and honestly, you see what I see. I tell y'all what to identify. You go from there. Pay attention to the temperatures though. Like this ain't. I like total bases in this game just because that wind scare me. So Larnage, no, it's just Carlos Correa, 100 exit velocity, last 15 at bats with a 14 barrel. You can look right here. Yeah, 98. A fly ball. This should have been a homer. So you can see to the sinker and slider, they automatically gonna pick any pitch to that hand, which is a righty. Any pitch that's over 12%. You can see that the pitcher got a four seam and a curveball as well, but the percents that he throw it to righties ain't high enough. Thank you for those 1,000 bits, sexy. How you get the batter order matchup? Batter order matchup. Batter order. Huh? On here? If the metric average don't look the best, but the metric log looks good. Like you talking about like the averages ain't there, but if you look right here, more recently they've been hitting the ball. Buxton, Jeffers. Hold on. Damn. That's crazy. Um, so like I said, I like Correa. That 100 exit mile velocity is crazy. He's smashing everything. Yeah. I always find sleepers like that. I always find sleepers like that. That's what we be identifying. We done caught a few of them. Like, I don't know what the odds would be, but I'm looking like Bader. You can't sleep on the 22 barrel percentage. And you can just look right here in these last 9 at bats. It's a lot of green going on. It was somebody else I just seen where the averages wasn't the best, but if the value is there and they're hitting hard recently, who was it? It was, hold on. Castro, he got some, he got 2 damn near 400 footers in his last 3 at bats to these pitches. So it's Bader, Correa for sure. This 22% barrel, you got to look and see what he looked like odds wise, and I think it's the 2 400 footers. So if you look over here, Correa, even Correa, a plus 640 is crazy. Buxton, he got 2 homers against this pitcher, so that makes sense. Bader is a plus 800. I think that's overpriced with a 22% barrel. And where the hell is it? Was oh, they don't got no odds for Castro. Even Jeffers at plus 600 is, I feel like it's overpriced. So the clear favorite is like Correa. If you don't care about the pitch mix adding and you just want to pay attention to who rocking that hand, like Warner. Last 15 at bats, a 97-27. That's actually crazy. Let me see something. Is they lined up out? Yep. So no Warner today, so that didn't matter. Bader is playing though. Some sneaky value there. Odds open below the ground. Oh yeah, I definitely have showed them that. You also can see this. Oh, because I'm on this new. Okay, if you click this odds button right here, you can see the odds to that person that you're looking at straight from here too, in order, from highest to lowest. So you ain't even got to guess where to play it at. So yeah, we could have looked at it from there. Okay, Bader 800 on Bet365 and ESPN bets. That's overpriced. Let me see his splits. 2 home runs. He got 3 in day games. He got one on a Thursday. I think Bader is overpriced for a stolen base. If I like him for a homer, I like him for 2 total bases. Castro, um, let's see. Yeah, I like him for 2 total bases. He batting good in June, day games, home games. Yeah, I like him for 2 total bases for sure. Like I said, hitting this hard for sure. He not one of the favorites. I feel like the favorite is Carlos Correa. The sleeper in this game is that Harrison Bader for sure at plus 800. Bailey Ober. Bailey. Also, when the lineup's confirmed, you can see it here too. I don't know if y'all can see that. You should be able to. Right here, lineup confirmed. And then once it's confirmed, you know also because it'll have them in order with them 1 through 9. That's another sign. Damn, who's this? Josh Smith. And again, 13%. Make sure you see that. I like this Jake Berger. He don't got the averages, but again, this is how I find sleepers. In these last 9 at bats, like he got a 442 is crazy. Multiple plus 100s. I like this Berger pitch. Oh, we can look right here. We don't got to go up there. They went 475 for him, but it was somebody else like this. Let me make sure I ain't tripping. Josh Smith, don't know him, 680. But where did Carter go? 540. Oh shit, I didn't even do that. I like this, y'all. Look at all these barrel percentages. So you could just tell you right here, he hit nothing but fly balls. 106, 100, 100, 107, 99, 100, 103. These are sneaky spots. But again, I'm not mad about taking none of them. The game, that win, I know I won't play him. Is Evan Carter good? Hell yeah, he good. Hell yeah, he good. He don't want me a couple dollars already. All right, Nationals Mets. Now this is gonna be a good game, y'all. This is a game you want to target 90 degrees, perfect for carry. 5% chance of rain. I ain't worried about that. 13-mile-an-hour winds going to right field. And if I'm not mistaken, hold on. Y'all know I like to come facts. Hold on, Mets. Okay, it's not the worst home run park. I mean, you see, I was it yesterday. Them motherfuckers was going crazy. All right, so this is a good game. Double-digit winds going out 90 degrees. It don't get no better than that. We got Soroka who giving up um two home runs average the game. His home run per 9 are lefties. 5 of his 6 is the lefty. So we see what his weak spot. Singleton gave up 4, 3 to lefties as well. It makes sense. They both right-handed pitchers. So let's start from the top of this lineup. Is the eyes up here? All right, bet. All right, we got Lindor. Let's see if we can find somebody that's just clear favorites. I love the batting average, 20% barrel. So Pete with over 90, over 20. Okay, so I seen a couple of spots that's sneaky. This look crazy. Like, look at these 9 at bats. How many he done hit over 350 or 300? 95, and he right under that 10. What's his odds? 560. Okay. It was Soto with a 20% barrel. You cannot ignore that. 430. And Pete is just, and we know that Pete, if you remember, is in that spot. You also can come up here, y'all, if you ain't ever noticed. Look above them, come right here and go to pitches. You can see which hand this he done gave his home runs up to. So a home run to the four seam to righties, right? And then you can come down and see Pete got 5 homers to the righties. You can see his ISO to each pitch, and then just see what he throw the slurve, four seam, sinker, 200, four seam, 300. He ain't seen a slurve, so they don't got it. But you can do it that way as well. So you can see that Pete basically hit every pitch that Soroka throw hard. Nemo hot? Yeah, Nemo, that 95 hold a lot of weight. I mean, you could just look right here and just see from these last 9 at-bats to a right-hand pitcher throwing these. You can see, like, yeah. And then again, you always got player, y'all, if y'all ever want to identify certain splits. Once the lineup is confirmed, like this is, you can come down here and see, they'll highlight where he goes. So now you know exactly in the lineup where he at and what he's done. Like we've seen on batting order metrics. This is a way y'all can do it right now till y'all get that tab. What about Soto? Yeah, I said Soto. He got a 20% barrel. You can also see the same thing with him. Soto is a good option with Nemo as well because this is the weaker hand. He's giving up 5 homers to lefties. If you go to pitches, he giving up 3 to the four seam, 2 to the slurve. Juan Soto got 3 to the four seam, and none of them seen a slurve yet. His ISO is lower. Let me see what Nemo's is to the four seam. His ISO lower as well, but he got a homer. So it's up to you how you want to approach it. But Nemo, Soto, and look, let's see. In the third spot, what'd he do? Batting third. He got a 500 slugger with 5 homers with an A16 OPS. Am I on the right one? 953, my bad. 953 OPS. That's telling you something. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs in the fourth. See, there you go. But again, you said for bases? I like this game for homers for sure. And you can see right here, y'all, if y'all ever want to know who just hot, that's how I identify this. Just look at the last 15 from this screen before you click on it and go into actual pitch mixes. Just look right here and you can see versus that hand in the last 15 at bat too hot. You're looking for a lot of green in this area. Like this Matt Warner, you could just see like bright green. So before you even go into the pitch mix, you could just see that in his last, more recently, he hitting left-hand pitchers harder with these numbers. So keep that in mind. So I do like Soto, Nemo. It's basically, and Alonso, you got to keep the heat check going. Singer. God damn. James Wood out the gate. This another bat order that's confirmed. I'm going to go up here and go to pitches so we can see what they're doing. So Abram, Wood, this is what if you're new to Propfinder and you're new to looking for home runs, this is exactly what you're looking for. Bright green, and a whole lot of bright green down here. And I tell y'all all the time, if you're looking for super consistency, when this for the full season is bright green is red, like when all 4 bright green, you know you got you a good spot. Singer done gave up 2 homers to the four seam, 1 to the sweeper. He got 5 homers to the four seam with a 364 ISO. None to the sweeper. Luckily, he throw that fork ball. Oh. So, RBI. That graph ain't looking good. So, you can come over here. What is this, a righty? So, versus righty, you can see James Wood, 11 of his, how many he got for the season? 11 of his 16 homers came to righties. You can see all his stats this season versus righties. The thing about James Wood is this K percentage. It's home run or nothing with James Wood. This K percentage is insane. That is crazy high. So the people that stay away from him, this is exactly why. So let's see his splits. Away games, 9 homers. Day games, he don't bat as good. June, he ain't been, so he on a little cold streak. This seat 5 for 30 in June. On Thursdays, he don't play well. Versus righties, we know that. And then batting in second, he actually bat better with 9 homers in the second spot. So you do with that info as you may, but as far as just like log, this got it. but he might have your ass sweating. Just know that. Would been cold. Yeah, it's home run or nothing with him. He all power. 95. Keep this in mind. I see a lot towards the top that's green. 93-13. Okay, what is Josh Bell? 625. Whoa. All right, so I seen what's this odds? 850. 625. James Wood is clearly the whatever his name is clearly the best option. I'm trying to see if it's any of these that's worth like sleepers. He got a lot of good green that's like closer to the top in his most recent at bats. Bell got a 93-13 with 5 homers to the 4 seam. 1. It was somebody down here that just had a hole. Oh no, never mind. Marte. The only ones I think that is worth something. I mean, even James Wood. I mean, I tell y'all, like I told y'all yesterday, if you can get 5-1 odds on any player with the power that he got, that 101 and 27 average, that's automatically value within itself. That's value within itself. Getting James Wood with these numbers at 5-1 odds is already that's one that's kind of hard to skip. Again, you are going against like he fuck around and strike out 3-4 times. But if he lay hits on any of them bitches, it might be out of here. So that's up to you. That's where I say you get into them situations where it's like, do I pull the trigger? I kind of think that this Garcia, to be honest, this 8-1 odds for a 95 batting average, like the average. Everything going up. He got a 400 and a 372 in 2 of his last 4 at bats to these pitches. So I think 8-1 odds is kind of overpriced there. So you do with that as you may. Giants Rockies, another great game to target. 90 degrees, great for carry. Rockies automatically gonna add 10, 15 feet to every ball because of how high their altitude is. So the ball is the stadium is already good for carry. You got 90-degree weather that's gonna even carry it further, and you got 8-mile-an-hour winds going out. So this is the crazy, crazy game. And Antonio, it looked like all the righties, eight home runs to righties with a 237 home run per 9. It looked like it's gonna be a righty game. Bet James Solo, that is also smart. Who was that with 8-1 odds? Luis Garcia. This Garcia Jr. You know what? Since you said that, hold on, let me see something. 4 homers at away games, 2 homers in day, batting good in June. Two doubles. Bat good on Thursdays. Bat good versus righties. 3rd spot. I don't know, y'all. That nigga go. I'm gonna be sick. But we're gonna start over here. Bird Song. But again, this is a good game that you want to target. Bird Song, he even killed 2 and 2 out of his 4. This is a crazy one. Out the gate. Who is this? Hunter Goodman? Hunter Goodman, 11 home runs on the season. 8 of those, 11 is to righties. This is a crazy averages for these last 15 games. So Hunter Goodman, 99-27. That's insane. You can look there, or you could just look right here individually, and you can see like it's a lot going on. That's bright green. So he for sure. What's his odds? 370. Watch this, y'all. This Doyle. I'm gonna come back, but I see a whole lot of 300 or more. I see a lot in these recent at bats. We're gonna come back to that. Hold on. Who is this? 90-13 Moniac. Matter of fact, what is Doyle? 550. They ain't dropped the ball on that one like I hoped. Moniac. He don't got no line. 750. Whoa. This shit gotta be tweaking. Ain't no minus 160, right? What the fuck is this? Hold on, y'all. Did y'all just see what I saw? Who's that? This is price as. What just happened? What did I just do that made it just switch like that? Am I under something else? This just said 750. Or am I tweaking? Mickey Triple be playing. Beck and Ryan. Juicy Steffi, she be on that. Hey, I like how you think. She go for the gusto. No, but I swear I'm not tripping. Somebody was just plus 750 right here. Hold on. I ain't tweaking, y'all. I knew I wasn't tripping. That thing glitching. I knew it was 750 but it said it right here. Okay, there we go. I'm about to say this just said 750. This is overpriced, y'all, with a 98 exit velocity average. 100, 95, 106, 102, 310, 385. This is not priced right. This is not priced right. Oh, you done already been looking? So hold on. You're right. So I might have to do it that way. Okay, hold on. So before I forget, Hunter Goodman, 99 exit velocity average 27. You can't sleep on that. At 370 on FanDuel. I like a couple of them, but this caught my attention. Because you know I always try to find a sleeper who mispriced. This is mispriced to me. 750 and this was it Moniak? What is Moniak odds? Oh, he don't got none. Yeah, this Tyler Freeman 750 is insane. Hit. All right, so let's go see. Second spot, third spot, fifth. Okay. Hey, she putting y'all on game. She sees some spots. I could tell what she doing. Like, she looking at it like this. She ain't really like, again, this gonna catch your attention, but she looking at like shit like this, y'all. Juicy Steffi and this motherfucker thinking a little deeper in this shit. They good. The lineups confirmed. Let me refresh. She looking at this shit, y'all, way deeper. She looking at this shit way deeper than rap. Like I already showed y'all how I'm gonna approach it. She looking at shit like this. She's seeing who giving up them doubles and triples. You could throw a quarter unit on double, quarter unit on triple, and call it a day. Shit, either one. And look, I mean, she not wrong. They definitely have better odds. I'm telling you, it's ways to make money without forcing homers. If you like a person for homers, it's not you damn near. If you like a person that the only way they can cash your bet is they have to go over the fence. Think about how much shit you can cash on shit that they can do that can stay in the park, right? Like if you like them for that, you don't have to force home runs. It's so many ways to look at these motherfuckers and identify other ways of approaching them. So yeah, so I don't even know why I went back. Hunter Goodman is the favorite, which the odds show. For me, that and it just went up. It just went up from 750 to 800. That is mispriced to me. I think with a 98 exit velocity, if he get under one of them motherfuckers, it's out of here. With this 90-degree weather, the park and winds going out, if he laid at 98 on any of that, it's out of here. That's mispriced. All right, we got Ramos. I've been seeing a lot of Ramos today, but looking at this, I'm gonna have to come back to that. I've been seeing a lot of Ramos. What do you plus 330? Again, you really want a righty if you can. You can see that that's where he done gave up 8 of his 11 homers at with a 2 home run per 9 the right-handed batter. So you really want it to be a right-hand one if you could find one. Whoa, 108, 106. I don't know. What's his odds? 480. Whoa, who this? Man, y'all see what the odds say? I almost lost my mind in this bit. I just passed Flores. Y'all gotta look. Y'all gonna have to keep because my eyes only see these two things. That's how fast I can go through a slate for homers. Like my eyes really only paying attention to this unless I see somebody that's all this green. So I can literally just be clicking. I know when to stop on somebody. If I can't find a clear favorite, that's when I go see if I see some like this, like a 25. I bet you he don't got no odds. I bet you Sam Huff don't got odds. If Sam Huff play, I like this a lot. Just 25% barrel. And then look right here. Like I said, just look at the last 9 at bats to right-handed pitchers throwing a 4-seam or a slider. Like, it's obvious. And another thing I showed y'all the other day, and I don't know if y'all remember, but it cashed. Remember that Nick Allen, who had that plus 2,800 for a homer? Remember I told y'all to play his when the odds that high for the home run, you're going to get crazy value on a total basis. I think his 2 total bases was like damn near plus 400. I'm like, damn. On God, dribble. It's just like if it ain't green, and I love how compact it is. Like I don't sit there and overanalyze this shit. I can literally just click. I know when green pop up. You know what I'm saying? Like I know when I'm scrolling it, without even looking over here, my parental just see. I know when to stop on somebody. So Sam Huff, if he gets some odds, I would pay attention to that. It was somebody that didn't have the averages, but I seen a lot of green shit. Who is this dude? Bailey, hold up. You got a lot of 100-mile-an-hours. Oh, but hold on. These angles is telling me you a ground ball nigga. Never mind. It was somebody else. Who was this, Bailey? It wasn't. It was him. It was Mike. I don't really see the hype about this. And watch Ramos go because I said that. What is the odds to who was I just that is crazy. Who was I just looking at, y'all? We know it was Sam Huff. Was it Mike? Yeah, it was Mike. 480. I feel like that shit could have been better. I mean, I don't really even see a clear favorite, to be honest with y'all. And if you look at their last 15 at bats to righties right here, ain't none of them really like. They got batting averages, but as far as power, I ain't really see shit I liked. No, Bailey, when I looked at Bailey, I'm going to tell you why I laid off Bailey. Again, until they get like fly ball percentage, that means a whole lot to me. A whole lot. It don't matter how hard you hit if you hitting 300-mile-an-hour ground balls. That don't do nothing for me. There's literally scientifically proven you can't hit a ground ball homer, right? So what laid me off of him was this. I seen too many back-to-back ground balls. Minus. That's telling you out the gate that the ball is going this way. So that's what laid me off of Bailey. Like, I'm seeing too many back-to-back ground balls. You got the power, but that don't do nothing for me going down. You want to see somebody with a lot of these, like, even these like back-to-back, but you know when you see him, like, he got a lot of fly balls. At least go up. Like, I can't do nothing with it going down. This is available. What? Oh, okay. So look, y'all, he telling y'all that this coming out as well. Where it's gonna have a fly ball percentage. But I'm just giving y'all insight on still how you can kind of identify that without seeing it. Just pay attention to how many times you see green for angle, because it's not gonna turn green until it's at least at a like a 9 or up. So, and the brighter green, the better it is in that sweet spot that they consider a barrel. Right, so just pay. You could just see. You can instantly go through these and see who hit a lot of fly balls, and you want to find people like he got a lot of consistent fly balls. He had 2 ground balls, and it's like a lot of going up. What is Huff? Huff, I like this, and it's that getting to that bright green. He right in that sweet spot, around that 25, 30-ish degree. That's good to know. So I see some total bases. I see Mike for total bases. Maybe Ramos for the total base. I'm not seeing off of pure power. Ain't nothing stand out on that. Tigers. Remember, Tigers, y'all have the best part for left-handed batters. So just always keep that as a mental note. When you see Orioles, Camden, when you see Philadelphia, when you see Reds, when they at home, damn show look at lefties for sure. Like, that should be where you start at. Scooble, he done gave up all his homers to righties, all 6. That boy be dealing. Going against Keegan Aiken, 3 homers, 2 to lefties, 1 to righties. I appreciate this. Can't wait for the updates. Oh yeah, that's all that matter. How Suzuki Tucker looking? I have no idea. I don't even know where that game. Yeah, I don't even think I got there. Did I? No, I ain't seen them names. So you got 90-degree weather, winds going out, on top of it being a home run friendly park. So this should be another good game if we can find spots. It's good to know that Scooble don't give up homers to lefties. So be very careful with that. Even if some of the data makes sense, just be careful. Matter of fact, he a lefty. Okay. And you can see, again, y'all, look, it's automatically on season. What I do is once it automatically tell me what hand the pitcher is, which I can see from here, or you can scroll up and see from here, but it automatically generated. I always go to that hand just to see what they're doing this year. And you can see, like, especially these lefties, it ain't really much going on with lefties is. Ryan O'Hearn, Mullen, but most of these lefties don't hit lefties well. So that make it even better. Oh, and don't forget about y'all bullpen, y'all. This is every at bat. So how you read this is Gunnar done had 18 at bats against the opposing team's bench. Tell you his stats basically against his bench. You can see that here too. So like Jackson Holiday, you can see what he doing for the season, what he doing against Detroit bullpen, what he doing against left-hand pitchers. You can see this right above the pitch mix. It's so much you can see on here in one area. So keep that in mind. I like this a lot. Even though this barrel low, I'll look. Ryan O'Hearn. See, you can see right here, y'all. At least you know, like, we want this velo higher, but you can at least see that he hit a lot of fly balls. Just all these back-to-back green angles. You could tell he hit fly balls. Chapman out, I think. I mean, yeah, I don't be knowing who out or in because I'm gonna just keep refreshing it. So I just, if it's somebody who I'll just skip whatever we talking about. But none of these, I don't see the power I want. 90. Hold on, who's this? Loriano. Somebody said Cowser. Yeah, Cowser don't look good. So I see a lot of spots like this caught my attention. All of these fly balls and all of these 300 footers. What's Rutschman? Rutschman. Let me see. Loriano. I want to see the odds. If you scroll to the right on that metrics log. Oh, right here. Oh, yeah. This is another way y'all know, too. And I do be seeing this sometimes. You can look at the trajectory and tell what it was. That just show y'all how deep I am, where I don't even read this and be knowing just from that angle. But this is good to know. It'll tell you what it was. And again, like, let's see, was I right? Yep, fly ball, line drive, line drive, line drive. Yeah, we won't going at least up. It's hard to hit line drive homers, but it is possible. At least if again, we just wanted to going up. So it was I liked it. Rutschman, just off the averages ain't there. And again, you're gonna have to make those hard decisions. It might not be bright green here, but just use your eye test. If you see in these last 9 at bats for sure that like you see some consistent things that can get you a homer, I would look at those. Those how you gonna find those gems with crazy odds. Loriano 8-1. Rutschman 8-1. That's crazy for both of them. 8-1. Seeing like these recent at bats with a 90 average. And then who is this? And then Rutschman, 93 average. Last 4 at bats, 3 on went over 300. That's crazy. 8-1 odds. So I see a lot of don't force it. Don't force it. Y'all see what I see. If you don't see crazy bright green like we seen on like James Wood and them, like, don't force it. Go other routes. This is crazy. Riley Green. Again, y'all remember this is a left field friendlier park for home runs. So a 21% barrel is something you definitely want to identify. 9 homers on the road, 12 homers at night, batting good in June. Not as good on Thursdays, but that ain't enough to keep me off. 1 on lefties. Okay. Vinny again, all RBI. Green double is a good spot. Where the fuck is he at? Riley Green versus lefties. This is crazy. 91-21. So definitely we locked in on him at 4-1 odds. That's good value. That is great value. Torkelson got a 13%. Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah, that's what I mean. No, I know. I said Detroit. Yeah, that's what I mean. Baltimore. Baltimore is the number one park in the league for left-hand home runs. If you know how Camden built, you know why. That right field got that little ass porch like Philly do. Lefties be terrorizing that corner. Let's see, oh damn, who is this? McKinstry, y'all. Back on McKinstry. Shout out to Zach McKinstry. He can fuck around. Remember, they was playing the Royals, if I'm not mistaken, right? Because that was the one we were saying it was that big ass outfield. It was the bigger outfield where it's harder. But those triples, those would have been home runs in Camden for sure. Where the fuck is it at? Maybe not this one. Maybe not. I didn't know there was only 289. That was just pure speed. I watched that game too. That motherfucker was 107. Maybe it wasn't hot enough to go home. But it with a 95-18, this is a park that those doubles and triples can actually go over that fence. 6-1 out. Damn near plus 700. That is great value for Zach. That's great value for Zach. Glaber, what you is? 775 with a 94-20 versus lefties. Glaber, 3 home runs, 288 ISO. They fucked up over there. I wish he had more at bats, but you cannot deny this. Like, you can't deny this 95. They gave him better odds than Torres. They just gave him way better odds than this. Zach McKinstry. You got some options here, y'all. Out of all of them, I think Riley is my favorite. No. I think Zach is my favorite, to be honest. I'm not afraid of them odds. That shit don't. That was here? Okay, I thought that was when they was playing Kansas City with that big ass outfield. It was in here? Okay. Yeah, I'm not afraid. I want to target a lefty. He gave up 2 homers to lefties, knowing that it's easier, but it's a home run friendly park. So I'm not gonna not take a righty if it's there. Like Zach and Glaber is like my 2 favorite. But Riley, somebody said a double. Twerk got 7 homers against lefties. He got 2 400 footers in his last 9 at bats to lefties with this pitch mix. Cash first at bat. Green is a lefty. Right. That's what I'm saying. I like this 91-20. I'm looking at these. Y'all know I'm looking at the recents now. I'm looking at like of who getting these. What was the other one? And everything you can see from, again, I'm looking here, but you can look over here though. Fly ball, line drive, fly ball, line drive. Them just is last 9 at bats. 7 of them was that. So we know that he gonna get it up there. Can you get it? Let's look at this. Like, this is crazy. 775. What they give Riley? 4-1 odds for Riley. That's crazy. Get subbed in out before Torkelson bats. Who's what's that, Rube? Who he feeling for who? You know? So you got Riley here at 400. Love him. I love his value on Zach McKinstry. He got the 2 triples last time. This is the time that, and it was to this hand. He definitely going yard. And Glaber, y'all know how I operate though. Like, I'm always thinking value. That Glaber and Zach stand out to me the most. I'm not mad at, especially for Zach. Again, do the double triple ladder. I was watching him. I wasn't hip to him. I wasn't hip to his body. That nigga fast as fuck. Them triples, man, that nigga fast. So if you don't want to go homer, you even get better odds with it. Take the double and the triple. You know, quarter unit on both or whatever the case is. Call it a day. But I love the value you get with what we just saw with this Glaber and this Zach McKinstry. But again, 4-1 odds on Riley Green. Shit, a quarter unit to a unit. You get 4-1 odds. And it's a left. Look at this. Oh, I thought that was what's the name. So you getting good value for a park that's he hit a lot of fly balls and is friendlier to his hand. Why not? What would I do? You can do them all, to be honest. Like I've done that. I like homers, which you should get yourself into. The reason it's the same with basketball. The reason I look for value out of players when I look at props is I'm trying to find a way to avoid having to parlay. We all parlay because we're trying to make a certain amount of odds. So the reason I run ladders and I look for gems is I'm trying to find the value in players props that I don't have to. So like the way I would look at like say Zach McKinstry, I can play his home run 6-1 odds. I can play that by itself, and then I can parlay his 2 total bases or ladder 2 total bases, 3 total bases, 4 total bases. You know what I'm saying? But 2 total bases is gonna be like around like the 200-ish odds. So I can put that with something else. Cool. But I'm always be looking for these players with these kind of odds in good spots because it make it to where I don't have to. It's helping me not have to parlay and still make some decent money. So I'm looking for like 500 or higher in gems. We always find a favorite, and then I identify somebody who in a good ass spot from their recent at bats, but the odds is crazy for him. Terrell Barrel is cooked. Teresius? Him? He got a 20% barrel to these pitches in the last 15 at bats. And look, 30, 36, 23, 35, 21. Why you say it's barrel cooked? Unless you're talking about somebody else. If you think Detroit hitters gonna go crazy, take the Tigers. Any other? That's a first pitch thing, right? Kramer comes in. They going righty. Let's see. I mean, I can't see his pitches, but I just can still see on righties. Any other is a score thing. Might be I read it wrong. Goodman isn't playing today. I like Sam Hiller. I'm glad you. Let me refresh one more time. Let's see if they updated anything. I seen Sam Hiller, but he had the NA at hold on. Sam Hiller. I'll be right here. Oh yeah. So this Sam Hiller. I knew what it was that caught my attention. It was this. Sam Hiller. This shit in the last 15 at bats to a righty. This what had caught my attention. Not even just to righty. I mean, just in the last 15 all season, he been smoking right hand pitches. Y'all. All right. Hold on. What was we at? So yeah, this went up some more. 850. Zach McKinstry stayed at 680. Riley Green stayed at 4. Okay. You automatically win. I ain't hip to that. All right, so they don't so here we can't do the Cardinals. I don't know who the hell pitching. Sonny Gray. He done gave up 6 at bats. Brewers is another home run friendly park, y'all. For y'all who don't know, you could tell when it's gonna be inside too. It'll say roof right here. So really, none of this matters. But it is a home run friendly park, so that's good to know. Great. Let's see what they gonna give us here. So we're gonna start up here with Churio. What is he, a righty? So I'm gonna put versus right hand pitchers. You can see who batting good against right hand pitchers out the gate. Click on them. Add the pitch mix, which is going to automatically add any pitches over 12% with the hand. Watch Contreras. Definitely watch this Reese. See if we can find a clear favorite. Ours look good. All right, so I seen a few. I did like this, but I seen better. Like this is better than that. Like look at these last 6 at bats. That right there caught my attention with Reese. It was somebody else named Bauer. He got a 20% barrel, 91 exit velocity average. You can see 101, 108, 102, 100, 106. Got 2 400 footers in there. What value do we get on them? Reese 550. That's great value on that. And he already got 6 homers to right-hand pitchers. Is Cole Keefe on there? Yeah, he didn't look good. I remember passing him. Cole Keefe was on there. He looked crazy good yesterday. This is great value for Reese. Who was the other one? Bowers. Great value, 6-1 odds. And right here, look at Bowers in these last 15 at bats. He got a 94 exit velocity average with a 20% barrel in the last 15 at bats. And he's still holding on. The velocity went down 3 miles an hour, but he still got that barrel up there. So these are good spots. If you new, you can always go to player as well and just look at their splits. When it update to the confirmed lineup down here, it'll actually highlight which spot they in, so you can see how they've batted in that batting order this year. You notice ain't nobody lit up in the batting spot. Who is this? Jake Bowers. You come somewhere like up here, we know Pete batting 4th, but if you go here, once the lineup confirmed, it'll actually highlight that exact batting order, so you can see all of this off one screen. So, for me in this game, I like the value that they're giving you for Jake Bowers and Reese Hoskins. I love both of them. 550 and 600 on Bet365 to both. I love the odds on those. I used to watch you play 2K. What's good with the Sosa? 250 on the Thunder. You thought they was about to win? That's tough. Do anybody got an idea of hand? I can at least just look at the hand. Do anybody know what hand the pitcher is? Bowers 2 bases, 230. I'm telling y'all, pay attention to what I'm telling y'all. We just went through this last stream. I also identified those players with 500 odds or higher for a homer because it's like those are like the best spots for you to take when you think of somebody for total bases. If you're afraid of those odds, which I understand, go look at what their 2 total bases are going to be. It's going to be good value on the total bases because we got good value on the home run odds. You just got to be able to come through here and know what you identify to find spots that's mispriced. As simple as that. A righty, right? He throws over 100 miles an hour. Okay, so right. All right, we can at least try to look at the right. Let's see. Versus righties. Okay, so just looking at this off the naked eye. Contreras got 7, 6, 6. I'm just looking at their home runs. Which is crazy because nobody has a good ISO against righties. Let's see versus the bullpen. Contreras got a homer against this bullpen. Arenado got 2. Okay. He a rookie though. Right hand, fastball, curve, slider, change. I'm gonna do the top 3: fastball, curve, slider. Where the fuck is curve at? I'm gonna just do them. All right. So we got Lars Newbar out the gate, 95-13. Oh, that's a lefty. You said. Oh, that's to a righty. So that gotta be to this. Damn. Contreras. 27 barrel is insane. That's mispriced, y'all. They giving you plus 650 odds. This is mispriced. A 95-20. And then look at this 110, 107, 104, 110. That's mispriced. But keep mispricing niggas. That's fine with us. Shit, forcing change. I'm gonna just leave this right here. Hold on. There wasn't no change. It was a curve. I like this Lars. If this is what he pitching, 95-13. Last 9 at bats, he got 4 over 350, like 320. Yeah, keep mispricing them. Keep mispricing them. Because I'm gonna tell you why. This Contreras shit look crazy. Again, you can just milk them. You ain't gotta go. I'm going for the gusto. But you don't gotta go home run with this. Like, if they gonna keep hanging 650 up for his home runs, you could just keep milking his total bases every day. If this what his numbers gonna give you, and they gonna keep hanging 6+ on him, all right. And it's because he don't got no he got three homers against righties. Yeah, keep mispricing them. It was some lefties I missed. So it's definitely like Contreras, great value. And look at Contreras in the last 15 at bats to just righties, period. Oh no, this is on the season. They don't know what hand. Okay. And Herrera is the 650. Where Lars at? 520. Yeah, so if I gotta pick like Homer Wild, again, it's the value. I wonder what well, I don't wonder. Let me see. He said you can Herrera. I don't even be thinking about this. Total bases, 1.5. 160 for 1.5. 280 for 3. Remember, if you think they can get a home run, you essentially saying that for sure they're gonna get 4 total bases. So keep mispricing them. Royals, Yankees. You got good weather. Royals is not one of the best parks for home runs. That don't mean you see that. I mean, if you just pure power, like I can't even say when like Judge can hit a home run in any fucking park. I don't care how big the outfield is. Like it ain't one of the best for home runs, but Judge is just a different animal. Will Warren, he done gave up 6 homers, 5 to lefties, with a 1.35 home run per 9 going against Lugo, who done gave up 9 of his 12 to lefties with a 2 home run per 9. That's tough. Double or triple. I see a lot of y'all be playing that double or triple more. That's fire. Let's start with Bobby. God damn. Okay. What was this dude's? Will Warren. Pitches. He done gave up a homer to the sinker. Bobby got 2 homers to the sinker. This is crazy. 120 is just duh. And they giving it to you at I know why. 500 odds again. I keep telling you, like they put the parks into perspective. And wind was coming in, right? Yeah, wind 8 mile an hour look like it's coming in. So it makes sense why it's plus 500, but it's still got some crazy value there. But I tell you all the time, especially when you're dealing with, just remember these 3 parks, if nothing else. Fenway, which is Boston Park, Kansas City Park, and Arizona. Just pay attention to them 3 parks. When any of those 3 parks are played in, that's really when you want to go look for some doubles and triple ladders. Kansas City, Arizona, Boston. Those 3 parks are the best parks to like zone in on doubles, triples, total bases. If you got a double, then clearly you got 2, But when you want to go that double, triple route, because there's a lot of value in that market, pay attention to those kind of parks that got them big-ass outfields. That park and win, exactly. So it made sense when I looked at it. So you got him. That's the clear favorite. However you want to approach it with him. If we see they got the power, like I said, for a homer, everything under a homer applies. Salve got some 2 400 footers, and they both was homers. Even though his average ain't there, these last 3 at bats, he got 2 smashers. What's his odds? 600. So Bobby is 500, and I like this Salvi at 6. Again, total bases, hit run RBIs, any of those. double, triple, at least for Bobby. I wouldn't go looking at no triples for Big Body Perez. I'm just saying. Giants Park, I guess you could say Giants Park. I know that they terrible for homers, but some parks ain't good for the homers. Are they a good park for doubles, triples? You know what? That might be. That might be a better one because I know that they're like literally like the worst for home runs. Aaron Judge. This is how you know Aaron a different breed. Like to be in these conditions, this park, it wins. They don't give a fuck. You're not getting over 250 on Aaron Judge. They don't give a damn what the conditions is. I wouldn't give a damn if he had new knees. I ain't taking Perez big ass for no triple. Hey, y'all, how many, I wonder. Now I gotta go look it up. I wonder how many triples he'd have had in his career. Aaron Judge is like, duh, plus 235. You can see here, and for the ones who don't be knowing exactly what to look at, I'm gonna tell you how I taught myself how to approach these things. Like a lot of stuff when I started looking at baseball data, I didn't understand because before gambling, I never watched a single baseball game. Baseball ain't never been a sport of mine, right? So the easiest way I can tell you when you confused and you don't really know what to identify, find a player that you know does whatever the prop is you looking for. So say home runs, right? Go find Aaron Judge if he on that slate. Go find Ohtani. Like the two that you know is kind of like the best home run hitters. Go click on their charts and just base everything else off of what them two be doing, if that makes sense. Like, look at an Aaron Judge chart like this. Screenshot that motherfucker, whatever it take, but base, okay, if that's what, because he's showing me kind of like what it take to be a consistent home run hitter, the kind of power he got to hit with, the angles, the distance. Take those, and when you get to looking at other players, use those as kind of like, and of course, you're going to have to give it a little bit of wiggle room and say, okay, whatever the fuck they doing, give it like a 5% lower is okay because they're just not human. But anything around those numbers, use those as the basis of what you're looking for in certain props. If you want hits, take the best hitters in the league and go look at what they're doing and just base it off of information like that. When you don't kind of know everything about what you're looking at, just go look at the greats and compare everybody else to those standards. If you ain't there or near that, you ain't what I'm looking for. It's just that simple. Perez got 301 triples. Hold on, what? I know that ain't what you're saying. Cody, who is this? Hold on. Volpe, what's his eye? Oh my God. Do y'all see what his eyes is for a homer? With this shit going on? With all of that and all of this? What? What's his total bases? Hell no. Am I missing some? Oh, this that park. It's that park. It's the park. You done had a double your last 3 games. No triples. What's his double? 3-7. Okay. I feel like some shit ain't even got to be said. Y'all already know where I'm coming from when I look at certain shit. That's crazy. Okay. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I probably would still take a chance on 800 odds. But his double was plus 370 if y'all didn't just see that. 3 total bases was plus 280. Somebody just said Volpe and somebody else. Please still be in the chat and please say that two-man you just said. Because I just seen, never mind, I know what it was. I just seen a 2-leg, 3 total base that's like plus 1,200 and some change. I know who it is. Got the power, but come on, man. You got to get you. Oh, my Lord. And we see, don't he got the weakness too? Yes. Lugo, y'all. Remember, he got 9 and he giving up 2 homers a game to lefties. No, it wasn't Wells. I know who it was, but this shit look crazy. Damn, this look crazy. What's his odds? 650. There's some value. Damn. It's but you got to be careful with him. 540. I wonder if he even playing. Dude be kind of like this 35% K rate to get your ass sent back to AAA for real. Like they're Austin Wells 27, but it's not as what Volpe at 27. ISO 205. Wells 248. All right. What was Jazzy? Well, you just left the game yesterday. I ain't fucking with you. It's by far if you judge, he do got the odds today at 235. Well, you could put that with another small odd, and you should be able to get to that plus 1,000, 10 to 1. But again, what's the fun in that? It's by far Volpe and Wells. And if you gotta pick one, it's Wells. Because now when you sitting there dealing with two good players in good positions, that's where you start targeting the pitcher. We see that Lugo done gave up 9 of his 13 homers, or 11 of his 12 homers to lefties with a 2 home run per 9. So it's just a clear, obviously, which one to take. And vote, this is crazy. What is Wells, a 650? What's his total bases for 2? Plus 150. Plus 280 for 3. Jason playing? Yeah, Jason got the numbers, but I'm scared of his K percentage. Where the two that Wells 92.9 in your last 15, Volpe 88.6. So that makes sense why they're doing that. Yeah. What is it? 2 games left. Okay. All right. Pirates Cubs. Another game. Well, Cubs. A few things. It's not the easiest part to hit homers in, but also Cubs is the most wind receptive park in the league, and what that mean is the direction of the wind matters the most in Chicago. Some stadiums, parks, whatever you want to call them, parks are built to be able to hold wind in or keep the wind speed at a minimum to high control the ball movement. Chicago is the number 1 wind receptive park. So the way that the wind going really, really matters here. And I say that to say that shit coming in. So just be very careful. And it's not the best park for homers, but the wind is coming in. So just be very careful. But you can still find your total base spots and double, triple ladders by still approaching it the same, looking for home run powered hitters, right? With high ISOs. He a lefty, let's see, versus lefties. So you want to see these type of Suzukis and Tuckers if it makes sense over here, but for the season, this is what they doing against lefties. Cruz, Nuke versus Win. But you know what? He like Aaron Judge. They hit so hard, it's like they cut through any wind, no matter which direction it's going. They just got that much power. Suzuki, we know, okay, we got the 20. He actually, you look over here, he got 7 homers on lefties this season, all green stats with a 385 ISO. That's good to know. You can see right here in these last 9 at bats, like we seen what we need. He put them all together. It's gonna be a homer. Kyle Tucker. Let's see. Nope. Appreciate those follows too. Appreciate y'all, man. I hope this is helping. Okay, so I definitely like Suzuki with this 20% barrel. I'm trying to see if it was anybody else with like some over here with some recent. No, I didn't see any of them. What was Suzuki home run odds? 5-1 odds. It ain't the best weather in most of these parts today, so that's why you're getting great odds too. And we can see what, like I said, 7 homers versus lefties for the season. Last 15 at bats, he got a 91-24 average outside of any pitches being taken out or added. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like their high exit velocities kind of like can cut through those winds coming in. They just hit that hard. Pete Crow, I didn't. Oh shit, I don't even know. Yeah, Pete in a good spot. Again, I think I got caught up in this. He got a 13% barrel, but again, when we looking for those spots, just use your eyes and just look at the log. All fly balls, and they in that sweet spot too. They just clearly ain't been hit far enough. Or not hard enough. Pete Crow at plus A100. So, okay. Suzuki is like my favorite. That Pete Crow at 800, yeah, you can't deny with those recent exit velocity and barrel and distance logs. Yeah, but he got the power. Like, that's what I think caught my attention too. Like, versus lefties, Pete Crow, he's not the best. But what I be looking at too, like when I'm looking at some of those gems, when I get to look at with my eyes at like the pitches in that hand, because batting average isn't always everything. If you be more into like baseball savant, a lot of people know what X slugger, X. I like kind of looking at those more because it's not always everything. Now, what they do have is bat pip. That's good to know. That's batting average on balls in play. And the way to approach this is kind of look at this and it'll tell you how lucky or unlucky a player is. Because sometimes a player is actually hitting the ball, they just keep getting out. You know what I'm saying? They can't control that. So it's telling you their batting average on only balls that's hit instead of just strikeouts and all of that included by bat attempts. This only gonna take into account. So when you see somebody with like this, he got a low batting average. So that take into strikeouts, walks, all that. That go into that. But when the ball is in play, only the balls that's actually made contact with, this is what his batting average is. So he's actually considered a lucky batter because his bat pip is higher than his batting average. Fuck all that. I just look for both to be green. Just both be good. Whether it be my regular batting average with everything included or just on balls in play. When you see double greens, that's even better. So that's something that I'm looking at, but I can't deny that he hitting all fly balls far. Where I think that's still mispriced at plus 800. I think that's mispriced, but I get it though. It's a hard park to hit homers in. Like, let me see something with Pete Crow. And the wind coming in, player. You see, like, look, he got 17 homers, only 5 at home. What about Suzuki? You see how both of them, they don't have as many homers at home than they do on the road. It's just hard to hit in Chicago. Yeah. A lot of players, you notice, Rude, a lot of players be like that. Some of the hardest hitters, it's like home runner, James Wood, home runner bust. They be having 30% fucking K percentages with 100 exit velocity logs. Like, it's like, if they hit it, it's out of here. But more times than not, they not. So yeah, so I clear favor Suzuki. But again, like pay attention to these games and treat it like a total basis. Those are all in play. When you see that the wind, don't force it. When the wind, the parks ain't in your favor, don't force it at all. Who is this? A righty. I want to see these K percentages. Look, O'Neal Cruz, another one. This don't make no damn sense. To be hitting this hard, 99 average exit velocity with a 20% barrel, 98 and 26 on the season. This is by far the highest one we'd have seen with a 38K percentage. That's crazy. Versus bullpen, Pham and Reynolds. That's crazy. So you got to be careful, y'all. Pay attention to these K percentages. And just understand that plays a part in most likely what his odds going to be. Like, they're giving you 430, so they still respecting a little bit more. But 4-1 odds, I'd take that. See if we can get somebody. Gonzalez going to go, y'all, and we going to miss it. He plus 1,000. 95 average, 11 barrel. He going to go soon, and this going to be I just hope I don't miss it. I personally took no homer. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. We will add ballparks and splits to show more accurately than away games. Oh, yeah, that's going to be dope. That's going to be dope. Brian Reynolds. Yeah, shit, he got 2 300s. 3 of them, really. In the last 4 at-bats, 96, what's the name? He just don't got the barrel. But again, if you plan it for value-wise, you're going to look more into this Brian Reynolds, he got 3 homers. We see he got 1 against a bullpen. You can look more into the log than this. When you kind of trying to find players who maybe not consistently hitting hard or barreled, but they got enough that you like in these last 9 at bats. That's where you find those gems at every single time. Who is this? Spencer. What's Gonzalez? Plus 1,000? Damn. 95-11 and it's plus 1,000? Where is he at over here? 1 homer, 218 ISO. You got a 30% K rate, but I would be very careful with that. But again, these are total base, everything included. You ain't got to go homer. You see, Rue said he took no homer. I don't blame him. It's a hard part and fucking wins coming in. Cost me yesterday. About to be a basis type. It's going to be for sure going to be a basis type of day. For sure. Exit velocity tab. You can sort by distance and results, long field outs. Exit velocity. I see. Oh, right here. So you can see right here, y'all, in the last 6 games. Like who done hit the hardest, who done hit in them sweet spots, who done hit the furthest. If you don't want to look at 6 games, you can eliminate games. If you don't want to see, if you only want to see 5 games, if you only want to see like the last, you know what I'm saying, yesterday, it'll break down the high, whatever you sorted by, highest exit velocities, highest the furthest distance. You only want to see all the homers from yesterday, or triples, or trajectories. So keep that in mind. I'm glad that you mentioned that too. So, it's some shit on here for y'all, and I know some of y'all don't see it's coming in the days to come, but it's making it easy for y'all for sure. So last game, Astros. Astros is a good park for home runs. The roof is down or closed, so it was already good winds. 80 degrees and 9-mile-an-hour winds was perfect, but it's the roof game. You're dealing with 2 pitchers who done gave up over 4 home runs to a certain hand, both to righties. So that's good to know. Let's see. Start with Pena. What's Pena? Plus 600? He got a lot going on in these last 3 at-bats in a row. This nigga. Christian Walker, man. These is beautiful logs. 98-20. I mean, just look at his last 5 at-bats. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot going on. And if I'm not mistaken, home runs. 6 home runs to righties. Cutter, sinker, slider, changeup. He got one on that slider. Okay, so yeah. So we got Christian Walker look so far like the best. Whoa, who's this? That Cam Smith shit, y'all. It's today. Whoa, who is this? Oh, he hurt though. So I seen a couple. I want to look at the odds. Plus 600 for this. This is the clear favor, y'all, and his odds say it at plus 375. What's hit? Yandy at 5. He hit a home run. He hit one yesterday. What hand is he going against? A righty? You saying Cam hit one last night? What about when they have a situation like Baltimore where there's a pitcher who only pitches like 2 to 4 innings and it's a different hand? It's really nothing you can do about that. Like, honestly, but make a live play once you see it, because you ain't do no type of pre-analysis on it for the other one, unless you do go that extra route and figure out who that pitcher is and manually adjust to that hand and them pitches to that batter hand. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you're going to have to play it live off what you're seeing. But those, all I can really say is be very careful, because you know they're only going to give you about 30 pitches max. So it's like, those is hard ones. Oh, Walker hit a homer last night? Good. He had been overdue. I can't get him right. But Walker, again, look at the logs. Pay attention to these logs. Let's see if we can find a couple, like, you just looking for, okay, who recently is just like green. Hold on. I like Pena. Paradis. What he 475. He got 2 370s. Who the fuck is this? Plus 9. Who is Jake Myers, y'all? Where he at over here? 3 homers against righties. The fuck is this? He don't got no homers at home or none of that good shit. Like, hold up. Let me see. Pena split. 6 at home. Batting good in June. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like them 3 barrels back to back right there, definitely got my attention. Yandy. Oh, Yainer, I mean. Let's see what he doing. 4 at home, 4 at night, 1 in June. Good on Thursday. Hey, it is some shit going on. Can't go wrong. 525, averaging a 96 average in the last 15 at bats to righties alone. And you got some value there. Christian Walker is the clear favorite, but you got some total bases in Pena, Diaz. I wonder what Jake Meyer's 2 total bases is. 175 for 2. Okay, and then last but not least, you got Valdez on the mound, giving up 5 homers to righties. 5 homers to righties. Is any of these players gonna take for? Hold on, we got Benintendi with a 90-20 versus a lefty. 2 homers against lefties. That's his odds for a homer. This Benintendi real odds. What the fuck? I like this. I like this 90-13. I like this 90-13 and some shit going on in these last 5 at bats. Plus 1,000. Hold on. Y'all, is that Benintendi real odds? I love Fly Boys. I don't know if you've been in here. Like when I did basketball, like how like for the last year, I love listen, it's just like stocks. Buy low, sell high. Shout out. hey, I love when a person on a downswing. The books is gonna disrespect your odds, and that's how boom, gotcha. I love it. I will baseball, it kind of matters, but I prefer you to be in a least favorable position so I can get value on you. If you just keep doing it over and over and over, they're gonna just keep lowering the odds more and more and more. I love catching you 1060. That's crazy. That's crazy. And again, he probably ain't been batting well. Let's see, Benintendi. Let's do this. Away. 3 homers, night games, 2 with a 400. He got 400 sluggers on both. June, 257, 400 slugger. Thursdays, he got a homer with a 400 slugger. This ain't in yet. I feel like that information and this alone. I mean, just look. 100, 360. 105, 365. That power alone, I don't give a fuck. Nobody say that's crazy. He a day late, had him yesterday. That's crazy. Had to take him out my plays. He sold me. No, I tell you all the time, all the time, Fly Boys, I feel you. I don't blame nobody who got a personal situation where somebody specifically keeps selling them. I don't blame you until he show. It just be them times when you stop and then they get it. Now you done lost all the value because now they're going to price it back where it should be. But both of these, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all my 2 favorites in that ugly ass shit. It is Benintendi and it's Taylor. If I got to pick one, it's Taylor. Reason being, that's where Valdez weakness is to the righties, right? But if you come over here and you look at the last 15, he got this 97-18. But look, Benintendi got a 91-20 versus lefties in his last 15 at bats. Michael Taylor got a 97-18. To be plus 1,000 for that and to see this, like, hey, what's it? Let's see what his total bases is for 2. 270 for 2 total bases. That's crazy. On God, that the pitcher gives up more homers to right-handed pitchers and only 1 to left. It it's good to know. I'm not gonna say that a person, because you're gonna come across some people barrel percentage and exit velocity logs that just be like that. You know what I'm saying? But when you trying to, I would say try to stick to where the weakness is at. It just help us all, especially like today, easy. But on days where it's 10 to 15 games, right? And you see multiple people in every game, and you look at the end and you got 30 players. Now we got to try to start figuring out how to break that down. So, of course, that's when you want to be like, yeah, it matter. It don't matter. When I go through the slates, like I'm looking at everybody to see if I can find mispriced places, right? But when you get to breaking down your slates, hell yeah, you want to try to identify, did I have a player that I liked in my notes? And when I come to this game, was any of them a right-handed batter, since he got a weakness to righties? Okay, boom. That's how I automatically know which one out of the 2 or 3 I chose that I like. Vargas, where the fuck is Vargas at? So yeah, it matters when damn. Plus 800. This another one. Where was he at? How did I not see him? Vargas got a crazy chart. He don't got the averages. So again, approach that knowing that, and you look at that like a long shot. He don't got the averages, but you can use your eyes and come here and see like 333, 350, 360, 380, green barrels in the 90s. You can see this with your own eyes to know that, okay, plus 800 in a park that's home run friendly with 80-degree. Oh, it's the roof, so it don't matter. But even if it was open with this information, that's a great spot. So add Vargas in there. I feel like you got great value on all of them. 8-1 odds, 11-1 odds for Benintendi, 10-1 odds for Taylor. Go their total base route if you want. And again, for y'all, those who late, before I get up out of here, just make sure in the days coming, you will have this batting order matchups. This shit is game changing, like itself. It will update on its own. Before the game update, it'll just have the players down here with the spot they bat at the most. But you can adjust it to anywhere. Up top, if you late, in green, it's going to highlight in green any batting spot that pitcher give up a 200 ISO at minimum, right? So you know where his weaknesses is at in this 9-man lineup. Once the lineup's confirmed, like this game here, you can they're gonna automatically put them where they go. So Brian Buxton is batting first, second, but still. So now you can see what Brian Buxton has done this season when he bat first. He got 5 homers at the number 1 spot, 4 doubles, 2 triples, 25 RBIs. And you can see that Corbin got a weakness to the first, second, and third spot. You know that because of these 200 plus ISOs. So that is coming in the days coming. And these are the things that you can use after you done went through the slate, got the players you like who got good power in their more recent at-bats. Boom. Now you can see Parks, win, batting order matchups. What program are you using? Propfinder. When that drops sometime this week. Propfinder.app. And just use code CUZZO, CUZZO, to get it discounted. But this will be on there sometime in the coming week. And you'll be able to identify every pitcher's weakness. Every pitcher's weakness. Where they at. And then all you doing is seeing, okay, so 4th, 5th. Who in the 4th and 5th? And you can see what they've done. Do they perform when they bat there to align with the weakness of the pitcher? Call it a day. So where do you post plays? I post plays in my Discord, but I always go over the slates with everybody. You know, I just try to help everybody out. But my personal plays, I post in there, which is in the chat somewhere, the links to them. Again, y'all, if you missed it, you was late. Y'all know how this go if you knew. If you knew, you don't. Every live stream shortly after, got to give it time to upload, goes to my YouTube. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube, make sure you subscribe. They'll go to YouTube, link in the chat. Turn the noties on. Everyone goes there. I purposely do that because I know people be in and out, work, school. They learn at their own pace, stop, pause, rewind. I try to make it beneficial for y'all. So, love y'all. We got a good slate. Small, early games. I got to lock in for my chat, too, because I try to get this out. Took longer than I expected. But love y'all. See y'all tomorrow morning, man. At me in your wins. Y'all already know. Like, I love to see what y'all done came up with. Hit me with some parlays that I can tell. Love y'all, man. In a minute. W stream.